and welcome to episode 30 of the These Little Hands podcast, a podcast about knitting and sewing and any crafty rabbit hole I happen to be diving down. Today I'm coming to you from a very cloudy, moody, rainy day here in Bath in the United Kingdom, and I am originally from South Africa. I've been living here in Bath for about 2 years. If you are new here, welcome, and I hope you enjoy watching what I get up to. And if you are a returning viewer, I am so happy to have you here with me following my crafty journey. So my baby is currently napping, and I hope that I can record this podcast. We all had a cold in the house. You can hear from my voice that I am still not 100%, but we are okay. We just all have a little bit of a cold. But I wanted to record today because I have really nice things to share with you, and I have some really exciting, a very exciting week coming up. And I believe it will take me away from recording for a little bit. We'll see. So as with so many families, I have been separated from my family since the beginning of the pandemic. My family lives in South Africa, and I haven't seen them since January 2020, when I was in my 3rd trimester of my pregnancy. So they were planning to come when our little girl, our first girl, was born in April 2020, but everywhere went into lockdown the week before. So we haven't seen them, my parents or my husband's parents. They haven't met their first granddaughter. So my parents are arriving this week. So today is the 2nd of October. So they are arriving on the 7th of October. And they will be here for 6 weeks. So that's really very exciting. So I'm not sure how much crafting I'll be able to do or podcasting, but it doesn't matter because I'm really excited to see them. So anyway, that's a lot of babbling. One last thing before I start, I'll try and fix the lighting in editing a little bit. It's a very dark and gloomy day. I tried to put the light on, but it really makes everything very yellow. So we're going with the natural light from the window, and hopefully you can see. So the first thing I have to show you is something very exciting, something I haven't even started when I last spoke to you. It is my Luminen Pullover, a test knit for Sari Nordlund, one of my favorite knitwear designers. And when she put out a call for this test knit, I had to jump on it. So it is a chunky knit sweater, so quick to make. I think it took me not even a week, and I was doing other things in between. So it's supposed to be a little oversized, and I will get to that. But it's just knit from the top down. It has this beautiful lace pattern, and it's sort of a cropped style, which is really great. So this is meant to be knit out of We Are Knitters, their Big Wool, and I used the Rowan, I think it's called Big Wool. So long story short, I saw this color, this chartreuse color, before I knew about this test knit in the Rowan Big Wool. And I thought, oh my goodness, I need something in that. And so I bought this color. And I had that. And then I decided it's maybe a little too much for a sweater for me. So I'm going to return it and only keep one ball so I can make a hat, and return it for this neutral color. And I decided I'm going to use the neutral color for the sweater. And I knit up my swatch, and my swatch was much smaller, much smaller than it was supposed to be. And I am a tight knitter, but I felt like the difference was too big. And then when I looked closely, the We Are Knitters yarn is 85 meters per skein, the same as the big wool, but that skein is actually 200 grams and not 100 grams. So the weight is actually double. Although they're both chunky yarns, it is actually double the thickness almost. Well, almost exactly. So I already had this yarn and I didn't want to waste it. So I decided I'm going to just hold it double. And when I held it double, I was able to get gauge. I apologize for the cut in the video. Usually I like to do these in one go without an editing, but my baby woke up. She's back to sleep now, but we'll see if I can actually finish this podcast. So I held the yarn double to get gauge, and then I got gauge, which was fine. I knit the second size, which was the size, it's supposed to have, I think, about 10 to 13 inches of positive ease. But what I didn't consider is the weight of the yarn when you're knitting it. Although it's very easy and quick to knit, it's quite heavy, and the way I knit, I had to change the way I hold the yarn. So usually when I knit, I hold the needle in my hand like this, and I just flick the yarn over. But I had to hold it like this from the top and take the yarn like this. I don't know if I make sense. So what ended up happening is I knit quite a bit tighter. I'm already a tight knitter, so it turned out a lot smaller than I was planning to have it. So it was actually a little tight when I finished it. So I was a little disappointed, and then I decided, okay, I'll block it and see. So this is 100% wool. It doesn't say superwash on the label, so I'm assuming it's not superwash. So I was hoping I can get a little bit of ease out of it, because it was especially quite tight around the arms. So I wasn't planning on blocking the sweater because the yarn is so thick. It was going to take forever to dry, but I ended up having to block it. And then also when I blocked it, it was almost dry, and then it started raining when there was no rain forecasted, so it got wet again. So it took almost a week to dry. So anyway, but now I'm actually really happy with the fit. Although it doesn't have as much ease as the pattern says, it's now in between a size 1 and size 2, I would say, for the pattern size. I haven't measured it yet. I still need to send my feedback to the designer. I am so happy with the fit. So you can see it hits me right in my waist, which is exactly how I would wear it. And this is a little bit more of a summer trouser, but I think I should make one for winter in a heavier fabric. So yes, it's really great. I think I could have probably done a little longer on the body, but in the front it's really great. And I think this dip here in front is really flattering, and the sleeves are the perfect length. The one thing I would say is that in the underarm it's not very neat, so you pick up only 2 stitches. I think I could probably have done an extra one underneath the arms, but I really like it, and I think I'm gonna get so much wear out of it. So this is a new cast on and a finished object since I last spoke to you, and I really love it. It's the deadline for the test knit is the 11th of October. Today is the 2nd of October, and so it will come out sometime in October, I believe. But a really great knit. I'm very tempted to do it in a dark charcoal or black. What do you guys think? Do you think the pattern would get lost with black? But I just think it would be so cool with like black jeans in the winter. Nobody's done a dark one that I've seen. So anyway, let me know what you think. I think it could be pretty cool. Okay, and then the next thing I want to show you, I haven't made any progress on my One Sun Floral sweater because of this. and because I have a secret test knit that I can't show you, that I'm working on, and it's just taking me longer than I thought. I don't know why. I'm not losing steam on it because I really like it, but I'm slow for some reason. So I still have a bit to go on that, and although the deadline is only at the end of October, I do want to get it done. So can't show you that, but I've also been working on that. And then the other thing I want to show you is my Birds of a Feather shawl. So I showed this to you last time, and this is where it's at now. Now, those of you who watched the previous episode would say that's not the same one, and you would be correct. So this is the one I showed you last time. It's much more pink. So when I showed you last time, I told everybody that this is a gift knit, and I had some trouble finding this color mohair, and I'm going to do a hodgepodge of the mohair that I have and mix the colors a little bit. But because this is a gift knit, I didn't want it to be too random, so I just got new yarn. So this is Cosmic Strings Dyeworks in the PaintBox colorway. So this one is on the sock base and this one is on the mohair, so it's the same color, and this is actually how the shawl was written and intended. Birds of a Feather, so it's the same but different. So her original shawl is designed by Andrea Mowry, is also the same colorway but on two different bases. I think she used hedgehog fibers for hers. So this one also has a little bit of a deadline, so this has been my focus, and I'm up to the point where I'm not increasing anymore. So I'm almost, I would say, like halfway. It's a really enjoyable knit. It's not very complicated, and so, but I do also have a little bit of a deadline for this because I need to have it finished within the next 2 weeks or so. So yeah, but I really like it. I'm a little jealous of the color. So the pink one I'm gonna keep for myself, and then this one is going to be the gift. Sorry for my voice. So I will finish the pink one as soon as I've done this and my test knit. So my main projects that I want to do is my test knit and this one before I continue with any of the socks I showed you last time, or my One Sun Floral sweater, or the next thing that I want to cast on is a hat with this. I have a pom-pom that's exactly the same color, so I really love this color, and I think it would make a great hat. Okay, so those are the things I've been working on, and then I've been thinking about starting sewing again. I haven't sewn in quite a while. I actually made a dress for myself in the summer, and it didn't turn out the way I wanted it. It's not finished yet, and it just took away all my sewing mojo. So, but I really want to, I am determined not to buy clothes anymore. I am not very successful, and it probably won't include jeans. Excuse me. But I really want to stick to making my own clothes. So last year I wasn't very inspired at all because I was still breastfeeding and we were in lockdown most of the time and whatever. But this year I am tired of wearing leggings every day. I'm just not a very casual person. I like being put together. I like feeling dressed up. There's nothing wrong with being very casual. It's just not for me. I like having nice clothes. So I've been planning my autumn wardrobe, but before I get into that, I thought, let me just do something small. And I have two little doll kits. One is an elephant and one is a lion, and they look like this. From Ella Goodwin. I think her website is called Miss Ella. Oh no, So this is Miss Ella's Floral Circus collection. She has quite a few dolls. It was difficult to choose which ones. I wanted to buy all of them, but I'm limited myself to 2. So I thought, okay, let me start with this little doll. So I started this morning, and I have sewn together the bottom of the legs and the arms. Apologize. For those of you who are concerned, I have done a COVID test and I don't have COVID. It's just a cold. And I've done this one. So it's really cute. So it comes printed out on a fabric, and then you have the shapes that you cut out. Actually, let me show you quickly. Sorry about that. So here's the little elephant. You see, so it comes in a little sleeve like this. The only thing that's not included is the stuffing and your needle and thread. But I mean, that's really minimal. So if I open it up, it looks like this. It does include the buttons that you need. So it's printed on fabric like this, and you just cut it out and sew it up. So I started with that this morning, and that's really exciting, and that already has inspired me. So hopefully next time I see you, I will have some sewing on the needles. I will hopefully have my birds of a feather shawl finished and my test knit, and so I can continue with all the other things that I want to make. So I hope this episode wasn't too rambly, and it's very short because I'm conscious of Elena going to wake up any minute. But I wanted to come on here and show you my awesome Luminen pullover that turned out really great. Have a good week, or 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, or a month. I'm not sure. But you can follow me on Instagram if you want to keep up to date with what I sort of do in a day. I do a little bit of crafting most days, and I usually share them on my stories. There are some family stuff in between, but yes, have a good week, and I will see you next time. Bye.